We're good. We're good. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, have the market fires been quenched? Our precise daily stock levels, our game plan and forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. Have so much to discuss here today, so many interesting things, as well as have the market fires been quenched? Maybe not yet. With so many things, including our extremely precise daily stock levels, our game plan and forex, and so much more. But first, I would like to say thank you to my invisible friends over at the T3 Live compliance team. Kindly pause this, read this, and when you are done, hit play. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. With that being said, have the market fires been quenched? Have the market fires been quenched? No, they haven't. The market needs another leg down. The market needs another leg down, and we need to head lower. Now, you're talking to the person who, you know, you're talking to the person that was nailing a lot of the big name, a lot of the big levels and the big names. Now, what do I mean by the big levels? I'm talking about the big boy names. So, if you're watching the last Newsbeat show, we called 156.43 as the resistance in Facebook on Thursday night for Friday. Friday's high in Facebook, 156.89. On Amazon, on Thursday night, on the last Newsbeat show, we gave you resistance at $1,805.01. It hit $1,808.95, less than $4 away from our level. Not only that, we gave you Apple. We said resistance in Apple, $222.11. The high of the day on Apple on Friday was $222.88. Not only that, see a pattern here? We said Netflix. We said $341.43 was resistance on Netflix on Thursday night. On Friday, we hit a high of 341.30. Now, I know a lot of you are probably asking, well, where did you come up with this? And you're not right 100% of the time, or are you, Mark? No, I am not right 100% of the time, but I'm right enough where I'm able to take advantage of these levels. I'm right enough where these levels can add value to you. The truth is, I wish I traded every single one of these names. There was somebody who came to our active trader summit who came to me and said, "That's all I do." Do you know that's all I do? The person isn't even a member of the room. Actually, he's just somebody who watches the Newsbeat show over here. And he literally came to me and he was like, "Well, Mark, you know, that's all I do. Well, that's all I do is I buy puts at your resistance level and buy calls when it hits your support level. That's all I do, and I make money consistently." I'm like, "Really?" It actually I was like, "Wow, that's amazing. That's like an inspirational story for me to use all these ideas because I don't obviously strictly do it. Sometimes I do, usually I don't. But with that being said, to see somebody do that is quite amazing. So you are talking to somebody right now who has at least accurately called the high on Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Netflix yesterday and did it on Thursday night. And this is all recorded. So, where does this human being think the market is going next? I do not think the fires are quenched. To me, this is called a bear flag digestive pattern. I think it looks a lot more obvious in names like, not Facebook perhaps, because Facebook was one of the more beaten up names. It looks kind of obvious in Apple. I get it. Apple slammed down on the 50 and, got back above it on Friday. And the truth is, I know we were gapped up after hours on Friday. I'm not convinced we're gapping up tomorrow morning. I mean, there's so many things that are happening. I mean, I should probably take a look at the futures right now. Actually, I'm seeing the futures just down slightly at the moment, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I will tell you that as soon as we're ready to break a prior candle low, I think we're going to get another large down move this week. Now, if you remember last week on Wednesday, if you remember last week, actually on Tuesday into Wednesday, Tuesday nights, Newsbeat show last week, I said we were going to have a very large down move this week between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you saw what happened the very next day. We just plummeted within the markets. No, I do not believe technically that this market is not going to have a large down. I'm not talking about a down day. I'm saying a large down day this week. Depends how it digests. So are we going to get these little grindy up moves? That's going to make the down move even sweeter. So I'm hoping we get that. We'll probably look at the pre-market volume and the triple Qs. And I think we have to be very, very careful of the markets here. I know a lot of you guys are probably antsy. I think it was actually one of the more psychotic weeks of the year last week, just not in terms of, not because we moved down, it's just how it happened and how we moved down and how we approach those levels. And of course, after that happens, all the bears come out of the woods and they start talking about, oh, this market is gonna, plummet. So I wasn't actually preparing a real talk tonight, but maybe I should. I was basically going to say, have the market fire's been quenched. And obviously, I'm coming out and I'm telling you, my answer is no. With that being said, I wanted to thank everybody who came to the Active Trader Summit. Some people from around the globe who came out and met me, some people from nearby, from afar, from all different distances. First of all, I just want to say thank you. It was such an humbling and honoring experience. I mean, so many people. What actually threw me off, to be honest, was so many people wanted like selfies with me, like pictures with me, and to me, I was just so humbled and honored. Like I was like, wow, like to think that I have that sort of impact where people want to have a picture with me. I was just completely humbled and, humility throughout the entire experience. And I just wanted to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for it because it's people like you which make me want to just come out and do these shows and try to bring you guys as much value as possible so you can get to that level where you are a consistently profitable trader. And with that being said, I just wanted to say, in terms of real talk, I guess sort of my mentality this week, not a lot of trade. You don't have to be, as I was saying actually at the Active Trader Summit and recently here as well, you don't have to be good at everything. You don't have to be good at everything. What you'll see is, for example, and I use basketball as a reference. You could apply it to any sport. Is when you're in the final seconds and you have a final shot to take, the coach will usually pull off all the best defensive specialists because they only need the best offensive players. Think of this market in the similar way that you don't have to be the person who catches the next big down move. Um, it is not required for you to make money. In fact, you could try to go long on these little grindy up moves. I don't want you guys to feel really obligated that you really have to try and catch like every one of these moves in the market. Because the truth is, you do not. The truth is, it just doesn't have to happen. The truth is, I've seen bearish patterns in the past turn around and be bullish and grind up. So again, I'm only going to be right 7 out of 10 times, and I really say only because 7 out of 10 times means I'm wrong every 10 times, a solid 3 times on average. I'm wrong. So yes, it's possible that the market hit the 200, flush through the 200 moving average, and will grind up. And if you told me the Qs were going to like 177 this week, I would say that makes sense. Remember, we closed at 174.32. So I'm not saying we're not going to have an up move. In fact, I could just short of guarantee you we're going to have an up day this week. But I could just short of guarantee you we're going to have a major down move. What do I consider major down move? 2.5 plus points down move in the Qs, I consider a major down move. And yes, I get it that we had a day where we dropped, $7.12 off the high. I would say a $2.5 drop or more, could be more based on the volume, is very likely scenario to happen this week. And I think we have to really keep our eyes peeled for it. We are going to have earnings names this week as well. The truth is, I haven't looked at any of them yet, but I am looking this second. We have Bank of America and Charles Schwab tomorrow morning, so banks are definitely going to be an interesting topic. You have Goldman Sachs Tuesday morning, Johnson and Johnson, Domino's Pizza, Morgan Stanley, United Healthcare. So we're really kicking off earnings season here. Cree Tuesday night, CSX, IBM, Netflix. Is Netflix really getting hurt by these Hulus and Rokus? UAL, United Continental. Wednesday morning, we have nothing too crazy. Abbott Labs. We have Alcoa on Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, some others. URI is reporting, but definitely a lot of sexy names this week. So let's see. On Thursday, Bank of Blackstone, Dover, Novartis, Textron is a big one. Alliance Data Systems. American Express reports Thursday after the close. ISRG. PayPal. Oh, you want to know my thoughts on PayPal? I think it's going to explode. Whoop, up. So if you want to actually know, in Skechers, also Thursday after the close, and of course Friday morning, we have Cleveland Cliff, CLF, Procter and Gamble, that's PG, and you know, just that's pretty much my hundreds of other names, but those are my highlighted earnings for this week. And the bottom line is, I think we're going to have some nice earnings trades. I don't think you have to get so involved with, specific market moving names. Like, granted, yes, I will be, you know, putting in a game plan and whatnot, but just keep in mind what some of the banks did on Friday that reported, like Citigroup. Like, look at that like, what kind of candle is that in Citigroup? JP Morgan also reported, and these banks sold off on these reports, not surprisingly. So I would not be surprised if they sell off further, like Goldman Sachs again is reporting. Wouldn't surprise me if all these names sell off even further. But we will be going over individual analysis throughout the entire week. So we are going to get you good stuff. You guys want to know my precise daily stock levels? Calling the top of Facebook, Amazon, and Apple and Netflix the day before wasn't enough. You want more? Well, I have good news for you. Here are the algorithmic levels that I am watching for tomorrow. They don't always hit, but when they do, there's a very high statistical probability of the stock reversing at these levels, hence why I give support, a stock that could reverse and go back up after going down, and resistance, a stock that could go back down after going up and hitting that level. So here are the algorithmic levels I'm looking for tomorrow. In terms of my, just go back if you need to take a photo, screenshot it, rewatch this video if you need to pull it up. Very important to keep by you. Just a stupid name. I'm not, I don't know. Ears, that's Oris Medical Holdings, looking for a breakout of $1. So that should definitely be interesting, and we'll see if we could break out of there. Again, I had to do the Newsbeat show early today. I did have a bit of an emergency where I have to drive out for, I hope it only lasts a couple hours. It's probably going to last a little more. And if I didn't do this early, I wouldn't be able to probably broadcast tomorrow because I don't know how long it's going to take me once I do drive out there. And kind of a weird story. Maybe I'll share it with you guys another time. It was like, I think a bullet hole went through my car. Let's leave it like that. And whatever. I'm just going to leave it there. So Um, Definitely need to up my life insurance. That would be a really good bet. But all kidding aside, definitely have to take care of that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, how about my Forex trades? We did get filled on one of them, and that was, of course, the Great Britain pound Canadian dollar. And we got filled right there. It's up money last I checked. Let's look again. Great Britain pound Canadian dollar. Yeah, we're up money in this one right now. We got a really nice fill there on the pullback, and that's what I'm holding. That's the name above the gray line. Below the gray line, you have a buy in the U.S. Canadian dollar for standard lots. Here's my price of where I'm bidding to get filled. Here's if I'm wrong, where I look to get stopped out, and if I'm right, that's where I look to hit my take profit. So it's been a really crazy day. I do not believe the market fires have still been quenched. I think they're still thirsty for more. Kind of ironic to say a fire is thirsty. Maybe it's a suicidal fire and it needs to be put out. But we're going to look to take advantage of the shorts in the market. We're going to look to take advantage of some of the earnings, and we're going to look to take advantage um, of the simple Newsbeat Live game plan names. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the United States of America. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.